Beyond the mighty ocean separating the old world from the new, there's a land only known by legends. A new world filled with dreams, beauty, and the art of sorcery. The land, known by natives as Ardell, was a great landmass of over 68 million square kilometers, divided into three main landmasses. North Ardell was a land of high nations and elf civilizations. Middle Ardell was a land filled with swamps and rainforests, as it is situated directly on the equator, home to many orc, goblin, and ogre tribes and clans. And the south, a barren wasteland and mountains where only dwarves, Isaac tribes can exist. According to legend, a great war was fought between the Void Lords, who sought to bring the universe back into darkness, and the Owl Goddess, Owlin. The war ended in Owlin's victory, and the supposed evils of the continent forever banished into the sea. With it, she freed the people of Narok from their servitude to the Void Lords, and given free will by the Owl Goddess. Then she ascended back to the ethereal realm, the land of souls. The religion was, and still, influential on the continent, even as the faith slowly declined. The matriarchy of the Holy Mountain remains as the one most influential institutions of the continent. Owlane, the faith of the owl, remains as the most followed religion in the north, but this is by far not the only one. In the region known as the Arm of Auron, tan-skinned elves and humans follow the religion of Sekhen, a polytheistic religion which has the owl goddess as a mere deity amongst dozens, with the primary god Auron being the most powerful and uncreated one, who is represented with an all-seeing eye. To say the least, the Sekhen has faced persecution in the north and many religious incursions from Arcadia and Akarasai, which led to them exclusively living in the Arm of Auron. The continent's continuous superpowers, however, was the Empire of Arcadia and the Empire of Akarasai. Arcadia located in the mainland while Akarasai in Kentera. The two fought numerous wars between each other for millennia, but they seemed to never be able to break each other's will or do any significant damage to the other without inflicting onto themselves. So the two remained superpowers, in a delicate balance of power in the north. There are many races within Ardell: elves in the north, dwarves in the south, and Icefall, Isaac brutes, Sayer sailors. They all have their own advantages and speciality, but there is one in particular who seem to not be special in any kind of way, or even an identity to unify them: mankind. The human population, although very adaptive, are extremely fragile and low in numbers. There are 7 elves for every 1 human, on average, in the entirety of Ardell. The largest of these human kingdoms is the Kingdom of Helgar, the largest and most powerful human kingdom, but by far the least stable in the north. Constant infighting between royal houses, plague outbreaks and civil wars, as well as a feudal system, made the kingdom, compared to the other non-human realms, extremely weak and ineffective. By 573 ABA, it was vassalized by the Empire of Arcadia and sought a period of relative stability and even growth, but still did not change the fact that mankind was seen as inferior subjects in the north. Mankind was feeble to the high arts of magic and sorcery, as well as their added stubbornness and resilience, as well as their tendency to be easily corrupted by dark forces. They were heavily suppressed by non-human realms in the north, outside of the human realms. The status quo has remained stable and constant for thousands of years. Some may say it's stagnant. Others might say it's because there's no reason to look for better ways to live. But all things cannot last forever. In the year 1224 ABA, a fleet of 12 ships arrived in Kentera. in a region which would later be known as Dalreach. The ships were unfamiliar, they weren't from here, and their crew there were not elves or even Sayer. They were human, and they claimed to have come from a vast empire in the far east. With this, warships arrived, and they brought in ideas and ideologies that were unheard of and outright revolutionary in Ardell, and new dangers. They came to the land with a new name for what they called the New World, Albeon.